It's not like there's ever a great time to learn that you need to put a new transmission into your tractor, but arguably a few weeks before you could be in the fields for planting is not the best time.
My perfect wingspan.
It's one of those instances of like finders keepers.
Coming down in 3, 2, and 1.
Happy Monday. First up, we are hauling corn. My alarm did not go off, so I'm already 40 minutes behind my own personal schedule, which I know I don't have a boss to like yell at me or anything.
I stuck a spoon in here because I had packed yogurt, but I did not, in fact, pack a fork for my waffles. I got yogurt and waffles this morning for breakfast. Hoping to get 3 contracts hauled today, 1 tomorrow, and then I'll be done with this one. Now, I'm not planning on hauling any more until after planting is over. I've got a pretty good portion of my crop sold, so I kind of want to wait for my little last bit to hope there's a June rally, maybe contract some then. That's traditionally the month where you get the best prices. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not feeling overly optimistic, but that's the plan. The plan is as of right now. The plan is always changing though too. They've been open for 40 minutes now. I just updated my cost of production while I'm in line. Basically what I do is I keep a Excel spreadsheet where I have all my contracts in there for what I'm selling it for, and then once I get my settlement sheets in, I put in the bushels, the price per bushel, just so I can keep a running track of how I'm doing selling wise. And it's always like fun to look back. We have these for years and years and years and years of all that data. So updated that this morning, something I could do in line. It is 2 p.m. I'm here with my 3rd load. I'm the next up to probe. They take a sample of your corn and they test it for the moisture, they test it for the vomitoxin in it, they see if there's any damage, any foreign materials in it, and then you go dump. Now, thank you.
I don't think I've showed this building on the YouTube yet, but this is the building that we keep our hay in. We have a couple straw bales behind that, the 30/20 in here, the backhoe is currently in here, and then we keep the mower, bush hog, whatever you want to call it, in here. Whatever this thing is came down my parents' creek, so I'm going to attempt to get it out. Will I ruin my shoes? Perhaps. I hope this is steady. I don't know what it is, but make a really good drain cover. It's really lightweight. Is this one of those instances of like finders keepers? I'm assuming it's not important, or someone else's? I don't know. It's also been sitting in my parents' creek for like 2 weeks now, so I feel like if someone saw it and it was theirs, they'd come back for it by now, right? Well, it closed at 5, so I decided, screw it, I'm just gonna take my last load of this contract today, get it over with. I think it's because it's nice out, but I'm so antsy today, and like I know there's a few people that are in the fields. I just like don't want to be sitting in here hauling grain, but I'm glad it's over now. I have 2 more ahead of me, and then I can dump and go home. There are a few tractors running in our area. We're not gonna run quite yet, but it might be soon. We're also maybe gonna get some rain on Wednesday, so might not be soon. Okay, it's 9 p.m. I'm taking all my sweatshirts inside my laptop. Kenzie and I recorded our podcast. Tomorrow's another day. Hello, it's Tuesday. I started off with just doing some book work, and now I'm trying to find the Gator book. I'm putting it into Operations Center so I can make my boundaries with the Gator.
But I need to put in the information for it. I don't think I still need to keep this like light bar stuff. Planter. Hey there.
You put it back in there.
Ratchet straps are one of those things that like I can do by myself in private, and then if I'm in public and I'm in a hurry or anyone's watching me, won't be able to get it done. The ground is drying off on top, but still definitely some wet spots and some water laying in some places. It's like my perfect wingspan.
That's why I said whoa.
Happy Wednesday. We got a little bit of rain. I'm going to go check the rain gauge, and then I have someone that's going to deliver parts for our auger project up at the grain bins. So only a little tiny bit, say a tenth. Got this forklift a few years ago with our Bex deal, and it is so much better than our last forklift. I figured I'll just clean the leg out, so then next time I don't have to do that. I know we have plenty of time. We're still in April. It's fine. I like getting those first day jitters out of the way. Just
Turn on 15.
okay.
Just so it's on.
Okay. Rock that I know is over at a different field. I'm going to push it into a woods, and then I'm going to go around the field with the backhoe and make sure we don't have any limbs down. It took me an embarrassingly long amount of time for me to just pick up this one rock. I need to really work on my backhoe skills. From getting that rock, I've realized that my skills with that backhoe are very rusty. I'm better with the front end loader on Mitch's tractor, which is not here right now because it's getting those rims fixed. So I'm going to continue working on this rock pile that we have back here. I started this a couple weeks ago. My goal for this rock pile isn't to like completely get rid of it altogether. We do always just put kind of moldy corn back here. It's just we need a spot for kind of crap, if you will. I just want to get it into a smaller pile just because we started to have some trees grow up and it looked kind of crappy back here. So I just got my call from Trueland. My tractor will be here hopefully tomorrow. So that is fantastic. Okay, my dad gave me a little bit of instructions on what to do. This rock pile's been sitting here for years. So basically he said I need to break it apart and then scoop the pieces up with the bucket. And as you can see, I am just so not good at telling when my bucket is level. Now, I would put an exciting piece of music over this, but I haven't figured out how the copyright works on YouTube yet. So I'll just sing a little tune for you. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Oops. Well, that should be there. Got to show you guys, these are my deliveries. I got these 2 boxes. I believe there's a motor inside there. My new goodies. This is for my bin project for these 2 small bins.
And thank you for joining us for the Ohio Field Leader Podcast. I'm Dusty Sonnenberg, your host, and we have come to Kent Farms. Joining me today is Zoe Kent, otherwise known as Farm with Zoe on social media.
Well, good. Then we're at the right place. At all.
am so happy and so relieved that the 9330 is back. Now if we can just get the weather to cooperate, we can get back into the fields. But I need to take a moment. I need to thank just all the people at Truland helped me in so many different ways. When I knew that I was running into an issue with the tractor, my sales guy, he kept in contact with me every single day. He came out to the farm, he printed off all of the different tractors that the dealership has in their network, everything that I could lease for the season or rent for the season. If I wanted to trade this in and get a tractor, the next day I could have been doing that. Ultimately, I talked with my dad and JD and the service manager, Brian, at my dealership. And I also asked the internet, and I had over 700 comments of people giving me their opinion on what to do. And pretty much everyone agreed that I should go with a remanufactured transmission in here. And just for that risk of had it gone down in season, and then we needed to have 2 weeks for it to get into the shop to do that. So this was ultimately the right decision, and I really appreciate Brian just answering all my questions. I am not a mechanically inclined person. I have talked to mechanics before that they're just talking over my head, and I can tell that they don't want to spend the time explaining things to me, which is fine. Mechanics are always super busy, but he took the time to explain stuff to me, really reassure me. My dad and I went up to the dealership and watched the project a little bit once they had the cab off. And then the mechanics, they actually took videos for me. They're like, we don't know if you want this or not, but we figured since you post about it online, you might want to have some of that footage, which was just like above and beyond on so many levels. And our dealership, they normally come to our shop to do projects just because the dealership's pretty a big hike away from us. So this thing had to get coordinated to get hauled up there, to get the transmission put in, hauled back here, and they got it done before the date they said that they would try to get it done by. And so I'm just overall, obviously it's never fun. It's never fun to have a huge bill and a big overhaul done on a piece of equipment. But if it was going to have to get done, I'm really happy with how everything went in it. And I mean, to top it off, they detailed the inside of the cab for me. I mean, it's going to be nice to be running this thing. So hopefully we don't have rain in the next few days. They're calling for some rain tonight. Hopefully it doesn't amount to much and we can have this baby out in the field next week. With our last weather event, there was a lot of high winds. So I do have a lot of trees down around fields, and we got a lot of water laying. Now, to be fair, this is one of my wetter fields and it's by a woods, so it's not this bad on all of the fields. Okay, I did not get done everything that I wanted to get done with the backhoe. It started getting dark out and we do not have good lights on the backhoe, so I did not want to be driving with it in the dark, so that'll have to get done some other time. Now they're calling for 4/10 of rain overnight. I am really hoping that we don't get that much because we're getting close to having fit ground, so if we can just miss this rain, we could potentially start working some ground, but oh no. I ran over my rain gauge. Well, now to pick up the pieces. I'd say we only got 1/10. Okay, for once, I'm hoping Dad takes his time getting to work this morning because the new Taylor Swift album dropped last night and I want to be blasting it out loud in the shop while I'm working. Okay, my techs are here. They are out there with the 9330, putting the modem in it and putting my 2630 display in it. They have to be outside so that the receiver has a clear view of the sky. Finished the week with a purse bingo event. My mom is on the board of United Way of North Central Ohio, and we had a lot of fun, but unfortunately I did not win a purse.
Forecast is looking pretty decent for next week, so hopefully we will get tractors in the fields and get some planting underway. See you guys next week. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss a thing.